There we are live on Facebook and Instagram. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. My lipstick is what it's going to be today. I was trying to eat hummus and feed myself at the very beginning of this. Hi, Eric. Hello, the real Isabella. Guys, I don't know why my comments have decided. Whoop, Christian, Rob Wordy. Hey, Betty Love Pinup. Hi. Oops, let me go to the live Facebook. Elizabeth Stressford, JCFGFC. I know my alphabet, I promise I do. Lucy Eyeballs, hello, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Martin. It's Thursday. You know what that means. It is time for Baking with Olivia. I'm going to fix this camera right here because she's a little funky today. And Instagram just did something really weird where, like, I don't know, I have to make my video small to now see all the comments. Oh, yes. Hi, Ash. Hi, Michael. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to move my super soft, delicious pita bread to the side. I'm going to grab my apron. Hi, Danny Doo-Wop. Hello. Get the apron. Okay, so we're going to start off. Here I am. Right out the gate. This is a prepared pie crust. It has been freezing in the freezer for about 30 minutes. That helps something, I don't know, but we're going to blind bake it in the oven. We're going to set a timer for 15 minutes. At the end of that 15 minutes, we're going to take our pie weights out. We're going to dock the crust, which is when you poke it with a fork, and we're going to put it back in for another 12 to 15 minutes. The preview looks promising. Oh yeah, did you guys see the video? I'm trying to, that's not a big enough face hole for me. Let's be real. Not that I have a big head. I think I have a small head comparatively, but anyway, I made a little video showing you guys some of the prep work. No little Dove this week. She and Mama went on a pre-Yom Kippur desert vacation again. She went with a couple of her girlfriends. So she is in she's in the company of her mother and all her lovely mother's lovely friends. But next week I will be with my Dove in her kitchen. So stick around. Hi, Maria. Hi, Daisy. Yes. So, yeah. And hello, Martin over here. You're not late. We're just getting started. We're making a French silk pie today. I've only made one before ever in my life. They're pretty good. But this is a different recipe. It's very involved. And I even made a cheat sheet for myself because, it's a lot of steps and it's a lot of stuff. So, there we are. I made a video. Yeah, I'm trying to get better at my high Tony, trying to get better at my editing. And I made that little video on my phone, no less. And I thought it was just a fun way to kind of fill you guys in on what's going on and kind of behind the scenes look of what goes on with baking with Olivia. Sometimes it's a lot of prep work, and sometimes I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I mean, I'm always flying by the seat of my pants because I like to say I'm prepared, but then it just goes out of the window. So who knows? Today's going to be great, though. It's going to be great. All right. So the pie crust is blind baking. Blind baking is when you bake your crust without any filling. You weigh it down with pie weights or dry rice or dried beans, anything heavy that will keep the crust from bubbling up. You do that with some parchment paper. Switched over from one. Oh, have fun. Yay, exciting. We were here, but this page wasn't connecting. Oh, are we here? I hope we're here. I don't know. Supergirl, Martin, I try to be. Hi, Mark. How's it going? I'm so glad you guys liked the video. Hi, there's so many people tuning in and waving. Oh, this is so fun. This is like an early birthday present, which is what this pie is going to be, an early birthday present to moi. It's my birthday on Tuesday, and we start our celebrations tomorrow. My husband got us, booked us an appointment to go to Rosé and Clay, where we get to make pottery and sip on some rosé wine. I love a good rhyme, and I can't wait to like make something out of clay. And then I think we're going to go to the Arboretum Saturday morning. I'm going to do some Zoom partying Saturday night. I'm going to have some close friends over for dinner on Sunday. And then I'm going to rest Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm just going to be lazy. Hi, Ron. But I'm also going to eat this French silk pie because it's amazing. So the crust is blind baking. The first step we're going to do is we're going to whip 1 cup of whipping cream into stiff peaks. All right, let me get my little spatula out here. I also, if I may make a tiny request to all of you today, thank you. Please say your prayers that the water doesn't actually get cut off, because they are doing some kind of like plumbing maintenance in the building, and they always choose Thursdays. They always choose Thursdays to shut off the building's water. But fortunately today so far, it's still running. And that's a good thing, because I'm going to have to wash. I'm going to have to use a couple things a couple different times. And so I'm going to have to wash dishes. Murphy's Law. If it can happen, it will. All right. So, hi Lola. Hi. I'm so sorry. Hello, everybody. I'm like super nervous about mispronouncing your name. So, hi. French silk is one of your favorites. Yay, Mark. Hi, Kyle. Thank you for the early birthday wishes, everybody. Hi, TDP. Hi, Josie. Okay, so what we've got, I'm going to shift this camera over here. In my super cool handy dandy mixer, we're going to whip this for about 4 minutes on high until it gets to some stiff peaks. Hi, Robert. How's it going? Oh, what you doing there? Now, normally, you might add sugar. Like if you're making whipped cream, like a whipped cream topping, you want to add sugar. But this is just 1 whole cup of heavy whipping cream. We're going to make a separate whipped cream topping after the fact. But there we are. So my timer's running there. I hope I'm in frame. Let's see what else can I tell you. My brain is like going, buenos dias. Buenos dias, Robert. Where in Spain? As if I know the neighborhoods. I've never been to Spain my whole life, and geography is like my worst subject. But anyway, hi, T. Fletcher. Hello, everybody. Oh, this is so fun. So, the pie crust is blind baking at 400 degrees. We've got the heavy whipping cream whipping on high. And I'm going to go ahead. It's been about 2 minutes-ish. What we're doing is we're whipping air into the cream, and it's going to get really stiff so that it holds the structure, because the 90 minutes from Madrid. Oh, how wonderful. I hope to visit Spain someday. I really do. Apple pie and custard. Martin, you're never going to let that go. I'll make apple pie and custard soon. I was going to make a Black Forest type of pie today. Kristen, I think, recommended that, but cherries are out of season, and I just don't like buying canned cherry filling because I'm a snob, I guess. I don't know. All right, I'm actually going to check on this because, oh. I would say that's a Sturm fifth peak. It's a Sturm fifth peak, folks. That gives you any indication as to how my week has been going. There it is. Sturm fifth peaks. Firm, stiff peaks is what you want. I'm going to go ahead I don't know. Do I call it? It's firm. It's really firm. Hi giggles, hi words. Buenos tardes. I'm sorry. Oh, it is 10 p.m. where you are. It's dias for me because it's still like way daytime in LA, but buenos tardes. Thank you for the correction. I love learning new things. Sorry, Instagram, I went off frame for a second there. Okay, so the pie crust bakes, and then we make, so this is kind of like a custard because we're gonna melt some chocolate and then we're going to cook some eggs and then we're gonna add the chocolate to the eggs and then the whipped cream to the chocolate eggs, but everything has to cool. It's a lot of stuff. So you want this to be firm like so. I'm actually just gonna take this off. Yeah, that's a pretty stiff peak. It's not really going anywhere. Okay. Set that there because I'm gonna have to wash her off. And we're gonna come. Hi, Anders. Hi, everybody. We're gonna come over this way just a little bit. The rain in Spain. Thank you, Tony, for that. The rain in Spain. There's men in the plains. Da, 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 da. Okay. Here we are. No, that bowl is too small. Okay. Is it too small? We're going to see. I'm going to try. So we've got this. What's the difference between chocolate silk and regular chocolate pie? I don't actually know. Texture, silkiness. I would have to say it's probably a texture thing. Okay, so I'm going to transfer this into the into this bowl, and we're going to put this in the refrigerator until we need it several steps from now. Okay, now should have been doing this double boiler before now. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the difference is between chocolate and French silk. The method. I'd have to Google. Hey, Google, what's the difference between French silk pie and chocolate pie? Let's see if she has an answer.
On your website at tablefullofjoy.com, they say, French silk pie is more of a mousse, whereas some refer to chocolate cream pie as the chocolate pudding pie. French silk pie is usually richer, however, the names are used interchangeably by most. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
It's great. Thank you so much. My Google Assistant is the
You're
best.
welcome.
Oh. When it has conversations with me is when I just don't know what to do with myself. Like, androids. Oh, thanks, Kyle. This is my my hair doesn't look very good, so I'm gonna try to make it pretty headband. I love that thing. Oh, Robert, I'm so sorry that the rain in Spain has been falling mostly on you. Okay, so we're getting our double boiler. We've got a little bit of water in here. We do not want the water to touch the bowl, but in this bowl, we're going to melt our chocolate. We're going to wipe it out. Then we're going to cook the eggs. But before we do that, I'm going to shift everybody over here so that you can see me a little better while I wash out some dishes. So chocolate pie, Mari, if that answers your question. Chocolate pie is more like a pudding pie, and a French silk pie is more like a mousse. Because, as I said, we're going to find out that's good enough. Just a rinse is all I need today. What we're going to do in the double boiler is melt the chocolate, and then we're going to cook the eggs. And cooking of the eggs is going to be very interesting because we're going to have to whisk for like 10 solid minutes so that we don't miss anything. She sits in the ship. I can't say that one out loud, Eric, because I would mess it up. Totally. Totally. The lights of Alexa Siri, isn't that kind of scary? Just a little bit. Kristen, they're just a little bit scary. You're welcome, Mari. Commander Data. Yeah, when she works. The other day, I asked her to set a timer for me. And as soon as she set the timer, she was like, also, to make sure that your hands are washed thoroughly, say something like, sing a song while I wash my hands. And I just thought that was the funniest thing in the whole entire world. Okay, put that back there because we're going to use it later. We have 8 ounces of chopped up dark chocolate. So here's a fun story. I went to the grocery store yesterday to get my life in order because that's what I do and how I do it. Okay. And I'm at the grocery store and I'm looking for my go-to bag of Ghirardelli 60% dark cocoa baking chips. Baking chips are where it's at because you don't have to chop them up because they're already in little chunks. So they, hi Marilla, so they melt faster. But they did not have my brand. They only had bittersweet and semi-sweet, and I just like dark chocolate. I'm not a milk chocolate person. And it's my pie. It's my pie, so I'm going to do what I want. So I ended up going to Trader Joe's. Not being able to find that one item at Ralph's, broke my focus for the whole entire day, and I felt very overwhelmed, and I actually wrote a song about it. It was funny. But I ended up getting bars of chocolate from Trader Joe's. This is 8 ounces of chocolate bars, which if you saw the video, they started in the big chunks and we chopped them up. Just kind of can't really see, but they're chunks. And this is going to make it, melt a lot faster. So put the face mask on. Which face mask? Oh, I would, but I would get my lipstick all over everything. And I don't have time for that. But I'm glad you like the masks, Martin. They are super, super cute. Okay. So while the chocolate is in the double boiler, and if you don't have a double boiler, really all it is a pot of water with a big heat-proof bowl on top of it. And you boil the water underneath. So we're good on the pie weights. And this is called docking. We're just gonna I can see parts where my crust is thicker in some places and thinner in others, but that's okay because it looks real good. Oh, I should have prepared and made an egg wash, but I didn't. Oh well. She's just going to be light and palette and color. All right, timer, 12 minutes. Okay, so here we are. Shift you lovely friends of mine over here. Getting a custom mask soon. That's so exciting. All right, and bing, bang, boom. So we are melting chocolate. Again, a double boiler is really just one heat-proof bowl on top of a pot of boiling water. So it's a way to heat and melt things without the heat getting directly onto, hi Edwin, without the heat getting directly onto whatever it is you're cooking. We're gonna do the same thing with the eggs and sugar in just a second. But eggs will cook really, really fast. And when you're making a custard, or in this case, a sort of a mousse, is that a new apron in the background? Oh, that's my Los Pollos Hermanos apron. We got it in a gift box, a little nerdy loot crate from the TV show Breaking Bad. That was the front for Gustav Fring, the evil villain, who didn't stick around for very long because, Walter White is the man who knocks. I am the one who knocks. Who watched that show? Gosh, that was such a good show. Such a good show. Hi, Yash. Hello, we're making French silk pie. Our crust is finishing up baking in the oven. It's at 400 degrees for those of you just joining us. We whipped 1 cup of heavy whipping cream into stiff peaks, put it in the mixer stand on high for it only took us about 2 minutes, 2.5, but up to 4 minutes until it has that firm, stiff peak. and it's got a really nice solid structure. We are melting 8 ounces of chocolate. I've got dark chocolate in a double broiler. Again, this makes it to where like things melt and kind of cook without getting overcooked. I feel like hollandaise is kind of the same concept. You need to, you don't want the eggs to cook. If eggs meet like direct heat, it's over. They're gonna scramble and curdle. But we just want them to like warm to like 116 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, fabulous. The chocolate is just about melted. Yeah, we just want our eggs to be warmed, I guess, to where they get to a point. I think it's still a raw food, but you've cooked off all the bacteria. If you get to like 105 degrees, I think that's the threshold where things are still technically raw, but any bacteria has been cooked away. I know this because there was a restaurant named 105 Degree Cafe, because that is the appropriate temperature for things to still be raw, but cooked. If that makes any sense to anybody, I don't know. Okay, so our chocolate is melted. I'm going to try my hardest not to make a mess, but I'm not making any promises. So we're going to put that back into this bowl so that she can cool down. And then we're going to get started on the eggs. It's 4 eggs and 1/2 cup of sugar. Okay. And I got some really good quality chocolate. I think I got some fair trade. I want to say one chocolate is from like Uganda. The other's like Ethiopian, something like that. Yeah. It's probably going to be very bitter, but you know, this pie is going to have a whole cup of sugar in it by the time it's all said and done. Have all the LA dolls had their own polka dot face masks like you want? Okay, so we did order those from our costumer. Those were custom made for us. And so far, it's just been the dolls that have gone on gigs. Like that's part of when we go on gigs, we're always in all black because it's very uniform. Hi, Rockabilly. Hi, Liza. Hello, my goodness. You all are just so fabulous for being here today. All right. Camera shifts. Camera moves. Hot glass bowls are hot on bare hands. Just in case you were wondering, that's a thing. So the masks, Michael, to answer your question, it's for us for when we go on gigs so that we all, look uniform and are on brand, because we like to do it like that, be professional and classy. But it's also common for people to want to take photos of us whenever we arrive at like a gig, and so it helps to have some kind of uniformity. Like we all have our black bomber tour jackets that are nice, like oh gosh, I can't think of the type of material they are, but almost like a windbreaker, something that's actually pretty good for rainy situations. We all have our company hoodies that have our names etched engraved. It's not engraved, embroidered. That's the word I was looking for. And so the masks are just a new addition to our traveling uniform. And we wear them when we're sound checking. We wear them up until we go out on stage, unless we have to obviously take them off to do our makeup. But it's just part and parcel of the new doll's life that we've got going on. Hello. Hi, everybody. We're making French silk pie for those of you just joining us. We've got our chocolate melted in this little green bowl here for my Instagram babes. My crust has got a little over 5 minutes left to bake. I like the red ones. No, stop calling me people. Sorry, someone was trying to interrupt my flow. Runs where you have your names on. Yes, yeah, the hoodies. I love those. I like to double up my hoodie with my tour jacket. But status update for what we're baking for everybody joining us. The pie crust is finishing its bake. I should have done an egg wash. I didn't. All that's going to mean is that it's going to maintain like a pale color. It's not going to have that golden brown crust to it. Really all an egg wash does is add that extra zhuzh to it. Okay, turn that back up. Get my hand whisk. Okay, so we've got a half of a cup of sugar, 4 egg yolks. We've got our 8 ounces of chocolate melted right here. We've got a cup of heavy whipping cream that we beat on high for about 4 minutes until it formed stiff peaks. That is resting in the fridge. And now we've got our half cup of sugar, 4 eggs. And now we're going to cook the eggs. Let me bring you face back to my double boiler. Hello, let's come back over here. Instagram, camera moves. All right, so 3 minutes and 55 seconds. We need to do this for 10 to 11 minutes. We have to stir the whole time. The water can't hit the bowl. Otherwise, the eggs are going to curdle. But I'm just going to be here whisking. So remind me when that timer goes off, I have 6 minutes and 5 seconds is what I'm going to have to do. Hi, Miss Blue Eyes. Hi, Izzy Pops. What's happening over here? Makes sense. Thanks for explaining. You're very welcome. So yes, I think our next gig is October 3rd. We're going to South Dakota. I'm not going on that gig. It's going to be Satin Dolls Kit and Lana and is it Roslyn, I think? Anyway, we're going out to Sioux Falls, and they're going to do a gig over there, and I'm real excited to hear how it goes. Now I am going to see the new season of the Great British Baking Show. I was so excited to find out that it came back. I will tell you, though, for those of you not in the States, us Americans, I almost called us Americaners. That does not make any sense. But us Americans suffered a devastating loss over the weekend. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away last Friday night on the eve of Rosh Hashanah. May her memory be for blessing. It's a hard one. It's a really hard one. I'm not going to dwell on it here because I dwelt on it all weekend long. But I was overjoyed when on Sunday I found all of Doctor Who is on HBO Max. And for somebody who was just in a very, very down, very low mood all weekend, finding my favorite TV show about hope and optimism. I am the hoper of hopes, the dreamer of dreams, the hoper of far-flung hopes, I think is what he says. I think that's a Matt Smith quote. I literally felt my heart come alive with excitement when I saw that Doctor Who was now on HBO Max. It literally made my whole day so much better, and I'm super happy. Thank you for the reminder, Eric, that I have some Great British Baking Show to carry me through these really sad times. These very, very sad times. And by the way, if you are in the States, please make your plans to vote. Please. We got our vote t-shirts, merchandise coming out through Lola's Pinup Closet. I'm so excited. I literally ordered 3 different t-shirts for myself because I'm just that excited about these little designs. And then we had our fundraiser shirt. If any of you want to pick up your own Satin Dolls swag, you can always go to our website, thesatindolls.com, dolls with a Z, and go to the shop section. And we've got all of, yes, Lola's putting it up in the comments on Facebook, and I believe it'll come up in the comments on Instagram pretty soon. Well, thank you to your girlfriend, Eric, for reminding me. But who's my favorite doctor? Trisha. Okay, everybody, that's always the first question people ask when you're just like, oh, I love Doctor Who. Who's your favorite doctor? I don't like favorite questions in general because I love things for a lot of different reasons. But Eccleston was my first doctor. I came in on the new Doctor Who. Okay. I can't remember if I... Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave that in there for now. And then timer, 6, 55, start. Do not stop whisking these eggs for a second, because if you do, they will curdle. There's my speech for which one will you wear to go voting though? I don't know. It's probably going to depend on the weather that day. I got a tank top and I got a t-shirt and something else that I can't remember right now. But it will definitely depend on the weather. We do mail in. California has mail in, and we fill out our ballots. We take our time, and then I always take it to my voting location, to my precinct, which is usually just up the street from me, and I drop it in the box right there. I might try to drop it off at an early voting site this year just because of the pandemic, but because we are in a pandemic, please make sure you've got that plan. I know some places are doing early voting. I know other places are, you can go to your precinct. If you just look up early voting in your state, there should be a .org website with all the information. VoteSaveAmerica.com is another good resource if you've got any questions on that. But probably the tank or the t-shirt is what I'll wear on the day that I vote. But back to my favorite doctor question. Oh yeah, I got an off-the-shoulder slouchy satin doll special sweatshirt, which I'm going to wear that till I die. I am. Oh, no. My water is starting to spurt out over the bowl. So my favorite doctor. So I started with Eccleston, and he was fantastic. And then when David Tennant came in, I was like, what is this? Where is my doctor? I do not like this. But then it's David Tennant, and I was like, oh yeah, I love this. This is incredible. And I will forever love David Tennant. But then I have to say that Matt Smith is the doctor that really made me love and appreciate the concept of the Doctor, how that show can continue to go for over 50 years now. They've had 14 doctors. Is that right? Because John Hurt played the War Doctor between 11 and 12. And so they call him the 13th. I don't know where they place him necessarily, but they've had 14 different actors take on this character. And what's lovely is they each get to bring their own essence and personality to the show. And it gets to evolve. Like each new actor brings something new. And I really appreciate it. And, you know, for actors out there, it's kind of one of the fun things about, it's a really good lesson in just owning yourself and who you are and what you bring to a script, to a character, to a show. It's a good reminder that there are shows that want you to do that and that enjoy that. You prefer Tennant. I mean, Tennant is just, God, he's a dreamboat. That hair and his choices are incredible. For me, it has to be Tom Baker. Okay, see how my vote goes over there for sure. Yeah, Tony, cross everything, please. Am I a Time Lord? You know, I like to think that I could be a Time Lord. I totally believe that Mary Poppins was a Time Lord. I think she was a Time Lord for sure. And everybody tells me I'm like a Mary Poppins. So yes, I am a Time Lord. You know, Stephen Moffat just never found me. Although I know a close friend of his. Tennant convinced me to watch Jessica Jones, though. Yeah, I'll be with you on that one. Once I saw he was in there. Oh, it's hard to watch David Tennant as a villain. Like, it really is. Were we counting Peter Cushing from the movie? Oh, I don't know. See, that's part of the lore. Okay, just about 3 minutes. Still going strong on this whisk. Ooh, this is involved. Oh, yes. Guys, for those of you that don't know, the Satin Dolls have been working forever, it feels like, but we have been hard at work to release our very first album, introducing the Satin Dolls. Pinup Revolution, introducing the Satin Dolls. I've seen some of the album artwork. It's gorgeous. There will be some announcements about where and how to purchase the CD. And we might even have some incentives to get you guys to purchase them like ahead of time. They should make really great Christmas gifts. Or you can just have us in your car, and anytime you're feeling blue, hey, pop us in and we'll lift your mood for sure. I know London was in the recording studio last weekend. That's so exciting. I think we finished up the US girls who've been recording. He's meant to be the first Doctor. Oh. Martin says he's meant to be the first Doctor. Peter Cushing from the movie, I guess. Oh, I don't know. I have seen John Pertwee and I'm blanking on the first two. I've seen up through like half of number 3's shows. Hi, Lori. Hi, Dramari. I'm so sorry. I have such anxiety about pronouncing people's handles. Did you watch the Doctor Who spin-off Torchwood? I watched a bit of it. We, in our rewatching of Doctor Who, we just got to David Tennant's first season where Torchwood is starting to be like dropped and like hinted at and kind of created. I must say, I do love the episode where Queen Victoria is in there and David Tennant gets to speak in his original Scottish dialect. They wouldn't let him be Scottish, and then Peter Capaldi came on and they're like, well, whatever, be Scottish. I think it's hilarious. Yup. Cushing made a couple of movies but was not included because BBC. That's rude, BBC. Well, whatever the case. I'm glad it's a show. I'm glad it exists. Oh, if you haven't been watching Lovecraft Country on HBO, you're missing out. It is some good TV. And Schitt's Creek like swept the Emmys this last week, you guys. Oh my goodness, that made my heart happy. That made me so happy. Okay, so we are done whisking. I'm gonna say that it is the temperature it needs to be. And we're just gonna let, okay. There we go. So the eggs have been whisking for 10 minutes on a double boiler. Now they're gonna cool for another 10 minutes. And while these things cool, I'm gonna sing some songs for you. PVC is rude. So, all right, our chocolate is cooling. Isn't that right? Is that what I do? Yes, great. All right. We're gonna start with a lightly political song, but one that I love very much. The last show that I did in college was called A Piece of My Heart. It was about the women who served in Vietnam and their experiences. And I played Mary Jo Kincaid, lead singer of the, I can't remember my band's name. Anyway, I played a USO performer in this show. And so I've got the famous Joan Baez song that I sang at the end of the show. You might know it. This is Blowing in the Wind. How many times must the cannonballs fly? I mess up the words. How many roads can a man walk down before you call him a man? And how many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? And how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned. Oh, the answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. We're gonna pause for lyrics. And how many years can a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? How many years must some people exist before they're allowed to be free? And how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? Oh, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times can a man look up before he sees the sky? How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take until he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, it's blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. A little love, peace, and like, please go vote song. So there's one. Let's kick it up with something funner, more fun. Thank you. Yeah, Bob Dylan, I think, wrote it. Joan Baez made it very famous. A lot of people have done it. It's thank you. That was actually the song that I'm crying thinking about that show now. We ended the show with me singing that song. Everybody was in like this little tableau portrait, and they projected. We had these flats behind us. It was very simple, stripped down set, and we had these flats behind us, and they projected a portion of the Vietnam Memorial Wall up onto us, and it ended with us just being lit up by these projections. So some real powerful stuff, and it definitely gave me a new appreciation for our history and who we are and what we're about. And in the spirit of RBG, go vote. So I'm going to sneak in one real quick song here, because we're going to have to like boogie after this. So one of the things I've been doing with my time recently is venturing into the foray of content creation. And I was talking to my husband, and my neurotic fears are just like, oh, it's not going to be any good. I'm like, what if nobody cares about my story? Like, is it going to be original? And he just said, my goodness, it's all been done before. Talk to Shakespeare was what he said. Ask Shakespeare, because Romeo and Juliet was something Antigone. It wasn't Antigone. Was it a play off of it? I don't know. It's all been done, and that's the point. I before the fall of Rome, and I begged you to let me take you home. You were wrong, I was right. You said goodbye, I said goodnight. It's all been done. It's all been done. It's all been done before. I knew you before the West was won, and I heard you say the past was much more fun. You go your way, I go mine, but I'll see you next time. It's all been done. It's all been done. It's all been done before. And if I put my fingers here, and if I say I love you, dear, if I play the same 3 chords, will you just yawn and say, it's all been done. It's all been done. It's all been done before. Hangman, alone and bored on a 13th century night. Will I see you on The Price is Right? Will I cry? Will I smile as I see you run down the aisle? It's all been done. It's all been done. It's all been done before. It's all been done. It's all been done. It's all been done before. Yay, Bare Naked Ladies. They don't really have a way to end that song. Oh, and just in time. Huzzah, yay. All right, I'm going to put this away. The song spans generations. Michael, yes, Blowing in the Wind definitely does span some generations. One of the songs that captures age. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks so much. Hi, everybody. So that was the musical interlude portion of today. What am I doing next? Okay, next, we're going to add, okay, so these are kind of cool. All right. Yeah, that was some lucky timing, wasn't it, Martin? Okay. Woo, it's hot. It's hot in here. So what we're going to do, ooh, I have no idea what this is supposed to look like, but my eggs look like caramel, so cool. We're going to add the chocolate to the eggs. Ugh. And then we're going to let that cool another like maybe 10-ish minutes. Okay, get in there. Great, fabulous. So I'm just going to whisk this together real fast. It is looking like silk. No, don't curdle, don't curdle, don't curdle. Please don't curdle. Don't curdle. That's not what you're supposed to do. Oh, gosh, you guys. Okay. Not curdled, real silky. Okay. So, there. Oh, there we go. 10 more minutes. Great. So, what we're going to do in this last 10 minutes, and I'm going to shift you over here. Over here. We're going to take a cup of butter, which is 2 sticks of butter, room temperature. You want it softened. And Let it cool for 10 more minutes. So, can only kind of do this step because the chocolate and the chocolate egg mixture, hey dude man, the chocolate egg mixture has to cool for another like 10 minutes. That's great. That's lovely. But what we can get started, I know, too bad I can't put, Little Dove would just put her whole face in it, that's for sure. Where's Melody gone? I don't know. Melody's on like a hiatus. But Melody was certainly in good company with those seals, wasn't she? So a half of a cup of sugar. Hi, dog. You guys, my dog is watching. It's my dog named Dog. He's a great little dog. Has Nancy been feeding you well, dog? Nancy's my Mima who says she never liked animals, but she continues to feed our dog as if he doesn't get fed himself. Whisk. All right. So, for 30 seconds, we're going to beat this on medium high. Yeah. 2 sticks of butter, a half of a cup of sugar. Martin, at our gig last week, we had some seals trying to compete with us vocally. So for about 30 seconds, we're going to do that. I hope you're counting because I'm not. It could be an act. Melody and the seals, it could very well be an act. Highly electric heaters, I think. I'm so bad at reading people's handles. Okay. Oh, for 2 minutes. We're going to beat this on high for 2 minutes. Dog, I don't think there's such a thing as being fed too well. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Oh, I will take this out, though. There's the crust. Okay. Yeah, just keep beating this on high. We've got Melody and the Satin Doll Seals, Michael. For those of you that don't know, I was on a gig a week ago, last Saturday, the 12th. So 2 weeks ago this Saturday. We were at the Marina Del Rey Yacht Club, and we got ready on a yacht. We were on a boat, and we were finishing up getting ready. And on the docks, there were 2 seals that were just barking at each other and yelling. And I took a little video with them. It was a lot of fun. But they were huge little things. They were like 1 dock over from us. And it was pretty good time, I'd have to say. Oh, Martin, that's no problem. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast today. Actually, I didn't have breakfast today, so that would explain why I can't remember what I had. Okay. I'm going to give it just a few more seconds, and then I'm going to add a teaspoon and a half of vanilla. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to kick it into high. 5, Mississippi 6, Mississippi 7, Mississippi 8, Mississippi 9, Mississippi 10, Mississippi 11, Mississippi 12, Mississippi. There are way more entertaining things I could do than count for 30 seconds because I know how to count. And unless you ever questioned my ability to do that. They were arguing to get a better view. That's a good thought. Okay, Mark. Turk. I don't know how to pronounce that place in England, but hi. Hello. Okay. All right. So it looks kind of like a buttercream frosting. For those of you watching at home, that's what it came out. This was 2 minutes on a medium high speed, 2 sticks of butter, half a cup of sugar. And after 2 minutes, we added a teaspoon and a half of vanilla and kicked it up to high for 30 seconds. So the next process is turning this down to low and adding in the chocolate, which we should probably let it cool for a few more minutes. Do you want to try to squeeze in one more song before we go? I'm definitely going to have to give you guys like later videos because the crust needs to be completely cooled, like 3 hours of cooling. Because nothing bakes. Nothing bakes from this point forward. The crust finishes cooling. We're going to add the chocolate to this butter mixture. We're going to take we're going to fold in the whipped cream after that. And then once the pie crust is totally chilled, we'll put the filling in the pie crust and then let it sit and it'll get solid and then you can top it with whipped cream. So let's see what kind of rendition I can do for you for this one. One more song. It's just a day of sight reading music and hoping it goes well. Nice, Lou. Okay, let's shift you. I'm getting pretty good with these camera moves. All right, bonus song. I think PMJ might have a cover of this. This rendition is closer to what was on season 2 of the Umbrella Academy. It's called Crazy, which is how I feel most days in my life. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to scroll for the verse, for the lyrics, because I can only remember so much these days. So, I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so unpleasant about that place. And even your emotions had an echo in such a place. I messed up the words. Okay. And when you're out there without care, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Probably. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on, who do you think you are? Ha ha ha, bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart to lose their lives down on a limb. All I remember is thinking I want to be just like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like so much fun. And it's no coincidence I've come. I can die when I'm done. Oh, 'cause I think we're crazy. I think we're all crazy. I think we're crazy. Most definitely. There we go. Yay. Yay. So where are we? I think that's it. I think that's our time. CeeLo. Yes. Thank you, Michael. I couldn't think of who sang that song originally. Sentinel Bell does a good version too with the PMJ. Ooh, yeah. The version they did in Umbrella Academy was very haunting, very beautiful. And I really enjoyed it. Thank you guys. We're at an hour. We're a little over an hour. So thank you so much for tuning in this week. I'm going to do some videos and let you know how the rest of this French silk pie goes. Because like I said, it's a lot of cooling. It's a lot of setting. It's a lot of stuff. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. It was lovely being with you. And I will see you next week with my little dove. So have a fabulous, fabulous day, everybody. Mwah, 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 mwah.